Hey guys, and welcome back. So today I have a special guest with me. It is the man, the myth, the legend, aka Joe, my husband. So today we are doing a fun, I say today, I should say tonight.
Yeah, it's like...
Oh yeah, let's clarify. It is the night because we do have we do have a glass of wine.
we've already had one.
And we've already had one. I do have lemonade in mine, so I've just got like a ridiculously...
Yeah, it always looks like you're drinking more than me, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just a child that likes to have lemonade in their wine. I like a spritzer, what can I say?
Sugar free.
Yeah, sugar free. So it is the night, it is...
It's about 8ish? 10 past 8.
Yeah, it is 10 past 8, so we're good. We're not just day drinking. So tonight, we are spending our Friday evening filming the husband tag.
Yay! I've never actually watched one of these husband tag videos, so...
Oh, I have. I enjoy watching.
I don't really know what I'm in for.
No, it's really fun.
Okay.
It's really fun. So basically, I will ask you some questions.
Mm.
We're only going to do 10. The website that I've got the questions from, there's 33. I don't feel like I've got the I've got the inclination or the patience to go through 33. But we're going to do 10. I'm going to ask you some questions and then you answer, I'll butt in.
Let's do this.
So I have my phone here with the questions on it. Right, somehow we're going to have to try and keep a track of how many questions that we're doing.
Okay. Viewers, can you keep a track?
Someone tell us when we're at 10 and stop us. Number 1, how and where did we meet?
Okay, so you met me before I even realised. I met you. Obviously, I remember when and where I met you. I met you. Well, don't look now. There's a moth.
No, oh my god, no.
Okay. Okay. So I met you in Waterstones, the bookshop where I was working at the time. And the first time I ever saw you, I was standing behind the desk and I looked over and you were sitting on the staircase to my right.
Like a yobbo.
And I did a double take because I thought, oh wow, that is like the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. I literally like looked over like that, just casually, because I could see in the corner of my eye there was someone sat there. And I literally went like that.
Aww.
But I know from you telling me since that actually wasn't the first time that you saw me or knew of me.
No.
Because basically Charlotte's sister worked in the bookstore with me prior to that. And so your sister had obviously like mentioned me within the rest of the crowd who were working there. So you knew who I were.
Yeah.
Well, whatever the correct word is.
Yeah.
And you'd been, what, admiring me from afar?
Maybe. Well, yeah, so, well, I'd heard about you. Was it? I can't remember now whether, I think I might have seen you first before I knew your name, maybe? But I remember just going in to see my sister and I seen this really cute boy standing at the till. And at that point you hadn't noticed me. I think you were just like staring off into the distance.
Yeah.
To be honest.
I do like to daydream.
And I remember thinking, oh, he's cute. And then from that point onwards, I just made a mental effort each week to go into Waterstones. You know, just on the off chance that I might see you.
There we go.
Admiring, stalking, there's a fine line, but...
Whatever it was, it worked.
Yeah. So number 2, what was your first impression? I tell you what, why don't we do what was your first impression when I started working at Waterstones? Because I suppose
because that was when I first really got to know you.
Yeah, so what was your first impression?
Yeah, I mean, my first impression, well, prior to that, all I'd known of you was that you were incredibly beautiful, and I was kind of like already in love with you, even though I'd never spoken to you. And then when you walked into the staff room and said, well, one of the other members of staff there said, "This is Charlotte and she's just started working here," I was like, oh my G. I was like, this girl that I am like in love with from afar has just started working here. What I thought was, this is it, this is my chance. Like, I can actually like talk to you now. And then when I did talk to you, you were basically like everything that I expected you to be and more. Like everything I thought you would be and even more. And then, yeah, what I did was train you up to do all the wrong things on the till. Not on purpose. I was just incredibly like rubbish at my job. And yeah, I told you all these like incorrect things and then you got told off for it.
Yeah, I was being pulled up by the manager saying, we don't know how you're doing this. But I remember there was one particular thing where when someone was collecting their book order and you had to like take it off the system then when they collected it, no one knew how it was happening, but apparently I was somehow adding another book on. Rather than saying someone's collected it, I was saying that there was another book that they hadn't picked up.
That sounds like the kind of thing I would do, yeah.
Yeah, I think my first impression of you, apart from the fact that I thought that you were hot stuff, I do remember thinking like, oh, this is one of like the like sweetest boys that I've ever met.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying, I don't know if it was at the time or after, that you felt like I spoke to you as like a human being, whereas other guys, especially in the store, like spoke to you, I don't know what, I can't explain it. But
yeah, like probably a lot of girls will know what I mean when a guy's talking to you and he's actually talking to you, like he's interested in what you're saying, rather than there were like guys who would talk to you as if you're just like a walking set of boobs. You knew they weren't interested in you as a person, just you as a woman, whereas you always spoke to me and were like actually interested in me.
There you go.
So number 3, where was our first kiss and how was it?
Okay, so our first kiss was actually it was in a bar which was directly next door to Waterstones.
I remember the name.
Barocca. I mean, it changed to Barocca, but at the time
it was Bar Is It.
Bar Is It, yeah. So yeah, we were in Bar Is It, and we were right at the back where there was nobody else around. It was a weird layout, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's like a secluded area around the back, and I was very nervous. And I had a coffee, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I don't know what you had.
I think I had an orange juice.
Yeah, and yeah, I remember like I was so nervous, but I really wanted to kiss you, and I said something along the lines of like, oh, now that we're kind of like dating, I could maybe kiss you on the shop floor at some point, like while we were on the job, which is highly inappropriate.
But we did it all the time.
Yeah, afterwards.
Yeah.
But I said maybe I could kiss you sometime on the shop floor. And I was basically like trying to like gauge your reaction to see if that was something you would be interested in. And you seemed like you were like going along with it, and like you seemed like you did want to do that. So then I thought, okay, now I can actually kiss you right now. And I said, maybe I'll just kiss you right now. And then I did. And then afterwards I said something like, oh, that probably tasted very strongly of coffee.
Number 4, how did you know I was the one? Ooh,
I mean, like I said, like I know this sounds crazy, but I knew it from the moment I saw you. Like, I've always thought that. I remember after I'd seen you on that staircase, this was like, I don't know, something, what month was it? Maybe like September, October, something like that.
Yeah.
And then I remember at a New Year's Eve party, I was saying to my friend that I'm in love with this girl. And he was like, what, really in love? And I was like, I am, yeah. And like, we had barely spoken at that point.
I know, yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't really like.
And I just knew deep down. It was really weird. It was like when I looked at you, I just thought, this is it. Like I found the one already. So but that was the first moment I saw you was when I knew. As weird as that seems, like I don't know, I'm usually like a really practical guy. Like I don't think of things in terms of like, you know, fate or like astrology or anything like that. Like I'm not really into it, am I?
No.
But I don't know, it felt like it was destiny.
I knew you were the one for this stuff as well. That's why I stalked you and wormed my way into your life. Okay, number 5. How and where was our first date?
Our first date, okay.
Can I tell them how the first date like came about?
Yeah, go on.
Well, I was going to the cinema with my friends. Yeah, I think this was on, I think it might have been on Sunday. And because it'd just been my birthday. So I was meeting up with my friends, we were going to the cinema, and I was on the bus, and the bus got to town, and then, like, weirdly, because I know I've been asked, like, whether I deliberately, like, got on that bus so that I would bump into you. I didn't, I had no idea. I mean, I didn't know where you live, so I didn't know you'd be getting on that bus. So rather than get off at the main part of town, I thought, oh, I'm going to stay on and go around a bit, slightly more into the city centre. When on like the next bus stop, Joe got on, and I think you were asking where I was going. I said that I was going to the cinema, and you were asking what film we were going to see, because at that point there was a film called Apocalypto out.
Which I had already seen.
Yeah, and you were saying that it was good.
Yeah.
And that you should go and see it, and I was saying, oh no, my friends want to see like a girly film, so I think we'll see that. So I got off the bus then, you know, I went and seen the film. I can't actually remember the film I seen. It was some girly film though, I remember that.
And I was actually the one that texted you first, wasn't I? And I said,
yeah.
I asked you, how was the film?
Yeah, and yeah, I think you might have said like, oh, what did you go and see?
Yeah, that's right.
After, so I said the film, the girly film, and I said, oh, they didn't want to see Apocalypto, and I think you said something like, oh, like wimps or something like that.
Yeah, I said, oh, because Apocalypse was like a really violent film, and so I just said, oh, like, oh, they're a bunch of wimps.
And I seen that as my opening, so I said, fine, okay, you take me then.
And then I said, like, inside I was thinking, yes, this is it. Like, this is my opening to like ask on a date. And I was so like concerned about being rejected that I was still trying to like play it as cool as possible. I was overthinking everything. And I said to you, like, oh, okay, like, I'll be at the cinema at this point, at this time, like tomorrow. Like, if you want to come with me, something like that.
Even though you had already seen the film.
I'd already seen the film. So it didn't make any sense.
So it was like, if you just like...
Do you know what it was? All I was doing was trying to like protect myself. Even though you were giving me every indication that you were interested, but I was so neurotic about like just fear of rejection that I didn't want to like just put myself out there and say, will you go on a date with me? I should have done.
So I pushed him into asking me out on a date. Basically, I knew that I liked him. I was dropping hints left, right and centre, and I thought, oh, do you know what? I haven't been asked out on a date yet. I'm gonna push him into doing it.
I mean, I was so glad, because I wanted to do it for ages, and I just didn't have the courage. Like, this may seem weird because most people now like see me as like talking on camera and stuff. But when I was younger, like I could barely talk to another human being. Like that's how like painfully shy I was. So just to put it in context, like why I was acting the way that I was.
Yeah.
Like not long before that, I had struggled to like even, I don't know, acknowledge people. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that was why I was acting the way that I was.
Yeah.
Like deep down, I was like, I'm in love with this girl. I want to like marry her, and I couldn't pluck up the courage to ask you on a date. And then luckily you gave me all the signals, and you like eased me into it.
Oh yeah, so I'll let you continue now about our date.
So we met up at the cinema, and we sat in the cinema to watch Apocalypto, and for some stupid reason, I sat on the left of you, and you sat on my right. And the reason that was a stupid idea was because my right ear was completely clogged with water, because I had a bath, and I never ever take bath. I had a bath for some reason. I held my nose like that, and I like submerged myself underneath. I don't know why. It was just it was the novelty of it.
Can I just wait?
Okay.
He does shower.
Yeah, I did shower, but I did say to you, like, oh yeah, my ear's blocked because I had a bath, and I don't have baths. Like I have.
Yeah.
I said I haven't had a bath in months.
I thought you were really dirty. I was thinking your nose looks so clean and he smells nice, but he's saying to me he hasn't had a bath in months. Like, how wrong could I be?
Yeah, I have a shower every single day. Like I do shower every day, but
Yes.
yeah, I never take baths. I'm not a huge fan of baths. But anyway, for some reason I decided to take a bath and like submerge myself underneath, and all the water went in my ear, clogged it up. And yeah, I was sat like just on the completely wrong side of you so that I couldn't hear anything you were saying. Anyway, we enjoyed the film, I think.
Okay, number 6. If I could eat one thing every day, what would it be?
Oh my god. Well, I mean, there are layers to this. There are real layers to this. Like, okay.
It's not a simple
Yeah, it's not as simple as
answer.
that. But I know all the answers to every layer. So
I'm like an onion.
yeah. Okay, so let's look at this practically. If you had to eat like one meal every day for the rest of your life, it would undoubtedly be a salad, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That is correct. Like,
a chicken salad.
but I wouldn't say that's like your most luxurious food. Like if you had to pick your favorite food ever, like that, it wouldn't be a salad. Like you love salads, but
Yeah.
and if you had to eat something for the rest of your life every day, then that would be the most practical option, because you can eat, and you do eat loads of salads.
I do. I eat salad every
like
single
almost
day.
every day,
Sometimes I have it for both lunch and tea.
and often both with chicken.
Yeah.
So from a kind of like realistic point of view, it would be a salad. But your favorite meal of all time, I hope I'm correct in saying that it's my version of spaghetti bolognese.
Yes.
Although you do love chicken and mushroom sauce, which we did have the other day.
Oh, that was nice as well, but still, I think
Yeah.
your spaghetti bolognese is my favourite meal of all time,
Yeah.
ever.
And then your favorite like luxury thing to eat as a treat, it would be chocolate.
I do eat chocolate every day.
So those are like the 3 main layers. There's other layers as well, I'm sure. But those are the 3 main things. Am I correct in all those?
Yeah. Oh, that's right, I don't even consider chocolate as a luxury, it's just part of my food groups. It's part of my 5 a day. Okay. I mean, like this is slightly like, not a mean one, but in like, it's probably going to be really hard for you to answer. But I feel like I mean, I may as well address it now on YouTube. So, number 7, what is my heritage and where am I from?
Oh wow. That's a strange question to have, isn't it? What is your heritage and where are you from? Okay.
Yeah, that's,
Well,
sorry,
the answer...
that's a mean, that's a mean question to give to you.
The answer is you are from the city of Kathmandu in Nepal. No. The answer is we do not know.
Yeah, I don't even know, so it's me asking you
Well,
that.
we do know that you're half Welsh.
Yes.
But the other half of you, we have no idea.
We haven't a Scooby, so basically place your bets down below and at some point we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of like fun guesses over the years from people.
There has been, yeah.
So, I mean, when we're in Tenerife, everyone always speaks to you in Spanish first, like kind of like people trying to get you into like bars and restaurants and stuff.
Yeah.
They assume that you're Spanish because of your darker skin. You've had quite a few people guess South American, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah, South American, like Spanish, Italian, Greek.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, place your bets in the comments below. I don't think we're ever going to find out, but
you can take one of those test things now, can't you?
Yeah, although I don't know how specific they are. I think it can tell you what continent you're from, or your family's from, possibly.
We could do a giveaway.
Oh my god, whoever guesses correct.
Whoever guesses the correct one. Like, there could be a giveaway. Just hold that thought. Number 8. I don't actually know this one. What is one unique talent I have? You
are very, very good at being a makeup artist. I would say that.
Yeah, I think I do a decent job.
You do better than decent job. You do an amazing job.
So I can do makeup on you soon?
Yeah.
Number 9. What can I spend hours doing? I know the answer to this.
Okay. What can you spend hours doing? I know exactly what you can spend hours doing. Playing on The Sims.
Oh, see
what were you going to say?
Doing my nails.
Yeah, I suppose it's that as well. But you probably spend more time on The Sims. That's if you had access to it. At the moment, Charlotte doesn't have a laptop.
But yeah, I think that the thing that I probably said, I can spend hours doing my nails. For me, doing my nails is like the one thing that like always relaxes me, and it's like real like me time.
Yeah, I've noticed that like when you're stressed, you tend to like relax yourself, de-stress by doing your nails. Yeah, that's the one thing that I like, because you've probably noticed when I do my nails, I pretty much shut myself like off mentally. Like I go over like pretty much silent, and I'm just like focused on doing my nails. So that's probably the one thing that I could spend hours doing. So final one now. What key elements make a successful relationship and marriage? Oh wow, okay. I mean, I guess it's different for everybody, but I mean for us, it's like you've said before, I think it all stems to just marrying the right person. Like, I think you have to be best friends with that person.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be spending the entirety of your whole life with them.
Every single day.
You don't want to spend the entire of your whole life with just somebody that like you find attractive, like solely, or just that you kind of like will attract you at some point. Like, you've also got to think of that person as your best friend.
Yeah.
Like, they've got to be like, you've got to be able to just like joke around with them and have a laugh with them, I think. Yeah, because I was saying about this in my recent blog post about marriage, that you're spending every day with this person, like day in, day out. Like, there's no, it's not like, you know, a work colleague where you have days off and don't see each other. Like, you're gonna see them at their best and worst, and obviously vice versa, they're gonna see you at your best and at your worst. So you have to be best friends with them, because if you think of, say, like another best friend that you've got, and like you can be totally yourself with them. So if you like the person, it's like that's different, because you'll never feel fully comfortable or like fully happy, and you'll probably find you'll get like really irritated with them. Yeah, whereas like with your best friend, no matter what their flaws are, you love them regardless. Yeah. Yeah, another thing is that like a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that like their perfect partner has to have exactly the same interests as them. And we don't at all. Like, well, I say we don't at all. We do for some things, but like for a lot of things, we really don't. We're like the opposite. So like, I like love reality TV and specifically certain shows like Survivor and The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise. And Charlotte doesn't like any of those. And you like love horror movies.
Yeah,
and you love like horror books. And I like, my worst genre is horror. Like I don't enjoy watching horror films generally at all. So yeah, like, but does that make us like less compatible? No.
No.
Not at all. Like it does. Like I think people obsess over like interest too much.
Yeah.
Like don't think of it like that. Like it's much more to do with like a personality match.
Yeah, I think the things that you have to like agree on, have the same interests, is probably like your base values.
Yeah, morals is a very important thing. Like I think it's way more important to have like similar morals
than what it is to have similar TV programs. And yeah, it's like the thing is, we can you can go happily watch The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and I can watch a horror film in the other room, and it's like, it's absolutely fine, and it actually gives us like loads of things to talk about. It does,
yeah. I mean, I'm sure you're sick of hearing about the Bachelor.
I hear a lot about The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. It's like sometimes I almost become like invested.
Yeah, you probably know like a lot of the characters, and I say characters, they're real people. The contestants. I mean, the contestants' names and what they've been up to. I mean, don't you follow Nick Viall now?
I do. Yeah, I do.
There you go.
And I didn't watch like a single episode
there you go.
of that, but I follow him on Instagram, and I know that him and Vanessa is split up.
There you go. I mean, of all people, like, he is Mr. Bachelor. He's been on there like he's been on there 4 times. So.
So yeah, like, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah, the moral of the story is you really don't have to have the same interests, and don't like use that as like a basis for a good relationship.
And I think one last thing, I think you do have to find the person attractive.
Of course.
I think that that's probably the first thing that you should fall for in a person. People may think that that's shallow, or like, oh, it's a bit like controversial. But I seen you, and I didn't know you as a person, but I found you really attractive, and then luckily you turned out to be an awesome person. I think a lot of people will look past whether or not they fancy the person. Will think, oh, they've got the exact same interests as me. I like their personality. Which, yeah, you do have to like the person's personality, but then you're basically just with a friend. Yeah,
because I think they settle for somebody hoping that they're going to find them attractive at some point.
Yeah.
And I think that might be like a deep-rooted issue then further down the line.
Yeah.
Is that like they probably just get irritated by that person, maybe?
Yeah, and
it's like probably
drift apart.
Yeah, there'd be intimacy problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
As a euphemism, if it wasn't.
It's a good way of trying not to say things.
So even though like as shallow as it seems, like I think like initial attraction to that person is like really important.
So key elements are looks, then they have to be your best friend. You have to have the same morals, but it doesn't matter about interest in regards to like games or TV, books, music.
Yeah, I completely agree. We did it!
We did it!
That was really fun.
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
We're gonna go now.
We're gonna enjoy the rest of our wine, and you're probably gonna play some Rayman.
Oh my god, how did you know?
Because that's what you've been doing for the last few nights.
Well, I will see you next video, and hopefully you will see Joe in another one. Oh, I tell you what, why don't you leave your video ideas for the both of us down below.
Sounds good.
In the comments.
I see those suggestions.
So we will see you soon. Bye.